On this week's Arts Break, we'll take a look at the latest exhibit at the Tennessee State Museum, Egyptian Relics, Replicas, and Revivals.
We have some wonderful replicas of the things that were found in King Tut's tomb in 1922. And we wanted to make it more meaningful for Tennessee. So we added real Egyptian ancient pieces. There are two beads, in fact, which have King Tut's cartouche on them, and therefore he may even have touched them at one point. But they would get in a necklace that was given to one of his subjects. The relics themselves have a lot of everyday things. And that's not the kind of thing that you see in King Tut's grave, or usually in a history book. We have a comb, we have a razor, and we also have some very prestigious ancient artifacts, including the boat. It's almost 4,000 years old. It has a deceased person sitting in it. Once he was in the afterlife, he could have a boat like this, just like he went up and down the Nile in his real life. We also wanted to talk about the influence of ancient Egypt in Tennessee. For instance, every time you see an obelisk in a graveyard, that goes back to ancient Egypt. But also you'll see silver that was made with either a pharaoh's head or a fan or a sphinx, some of the basic Egyptian motifs. It was very popular to use Egyptian hair products. For instance, henna was imported from Egypt to the United States. And so we have some henna in a box that comes from around the time of World War I. Another of my favorite things is the museum's own two mummies. And they have been in the museum since also before the Civil War. And it's too fragile to have been brought down to be in the middle of the exhibition. So we have a trail of scarabs that takes you up to there, and there's a special part of the exhibition that talks about mummification that's up on the mezzanine.
Egyptian Relics, Replicas, and Revivals is on display at the Tennessee State Museum through September 4th. For more information, visit us online at wnpt.org/arts.
This NPT Arts Break is made possible by the generous support of the Ingram Charitable Fund.